Hi, hello, and welcome to MWell's webinar. My name is Arun Kema. It's my pleasure to connect with you through this webinar series. Thank you so much for taking your precious time to be here. I know today is Saturday. For a lot of people is fun, family activity, barbecues and whatnot and so on. So once again, thank you for taking your precious time to be here. I'm going to make sure that you get a 1 hour value what you are coming for. This topic, it's a new topic. It's something that I've modified from the basic program that I used to do, self-healing and empowerment. One main reason is that I come across a lot of people soaked with so much of negativity and soaked in so much of issues and so on. And when I talk to them, most of them felt that they are the victim, and whatever that's happening around their life or in their life is something of an external factor. And when I start to realize, and when I start to look at it and I start to realize that people tend to manifest whatever that's happening in their life is a direct manifestation of them. Either they're doing it or they are letting it happen, meaning to say they're not doing it. So one way or another way, there's a lot of things that is beyond people's control in their life, and that's what they believe. And this program is actually how to take control of that, the energy blueprint, how you think, how you manifest, how do you resonate, so that you can cleanse, balance, activate your abundance frequency, because almost everybody deserves to live life to the fullest, believes that they want the best in their life. They have lots of dreams and lots of desires. Most of them are absolutely good for them, for their loved ones, or even for the humanity. A lot of them are good human beings, godly human beings with a lot of positive things in them. But unfortunately, the life they live is in misery, with a lot of fear, with a lot of doubt, with a lot of situations that's beyond their control. And this entire program is how to unlock that hidden power of your energetic system to manifest prosperity, health, and inner freedom with AFT Quantum Resonance. So this is a lot to do with a big shift and change in a people's mindset. All right, it's people mindset. So let me repeat again that whatever that's happening in our life, okay, it's a direct manifestation of us doing it or allowing it, letting it happen to us because we're not doing anything about it. All right. So the whole entire program is how to take charge so that we can resonate. We can live every moment to the truth of what we are, and so that we can manifest and create that ideal life that we truly deserve. And this entire 1 hour program, it's all about that. It's all about that. It's like I told you, it's a modification of the self-healing and empowerment, taking into context the requirement that we need today. All right. So the topic title is the energy blueprint. That's basically to cleanse, heal, activate your abundance energy. I believe you want abundance, right? Abundance of health, abundance of wealth, abundance of love, abundance of happiness. I believe you want to soak yourself in this abundance. And currently, for most people, is that you're having a little bit of it, or you're practically working towards that. Okay? So this whole entire program is how to unlock that hidden power that lies within your energetic system. That's how you manifest, or that's how you vibrate, okay? To manifest prosperity, health, inner freedom, with quantum resonance technology. Okay, so stay tuned. Try to use a headphone if you can. try to be in a quiet environment. If you may, have a notebook with you or have your phone so you're able to write down, take down some notes or record it or whatnot and so on. Okay, have a tall glass of water. So you might need that because this is a guided program too. So you might want to get yourself, testing it and trying it and feeling it and so on. Okay, so this entire program is based on the science of quantum physics. There's a lot of applications of quantum physics. The certain fundamentals are being used. Holistic science. So some of the technologies that I'm going to share with you is based on holistic science, and obviously we'll be teaching you breathing techniques and so on to invoke or to activate your innate intelligence, whatnot, and so on. All right. So the webinar outline is we'll learn how to identify and clear your energetic blockages. That's the first thing. So it's a very practical program. Okay. Understand the energetic root for fear, limitation, and lack. Sometimes a lot of people don't realize why they behave that way. Is because there's a certain programming that is been programmed or conditioned into their behaviors without them realizing it. All right. So we need to understand the energetic root for fear and limitations and lack and so on, whatever that lack. All right. Experience a true, powerful, alive quantum resonance healing, where you can self-heal yourself using this particular techniques. Reprogram your personal vibration for health, wealth, and fulfillment, and learn how to apply the AFT tools. Of course, I'll be using, in this particular case, the AFT M1, okay, for your daily life to maintain high vibration. Now, this particular program is not a one-time fix-all thing, it's like exercise. You got to do it regularly until your body and your mind is conditioned to that. Then you start to see the results. So what I'm going to share with you, even though it's going to be, online through the webinar, try to absorb as much as you can, apply it. My sincere request to you is apply it. You will definitely see a huge results, all right, in a couple of weeks time. Whatever you desire, whatever you dream, whatever that you feel that you've been unfairly treated or not getting it or whatever it is, the whole entire universe will start to shift and start to flow towards your desire and towards your manifestation when you start applying these things easily. Okay, it's not about believing it, it's about programming it. It's like you gotta go east if you want to see the sunrise. You gotta go west if you want to see the sun set. So similarly to that is that you have to condition yourselves little by little to allow that. But what's most important out of this thing is to stop the distraction, to stop the negativity that's happening around you. It's not just you. Many millions of people are suffering, due to this the social media information explosions, this and that and so on. I know one particular person who spends about 4 to 5 hours a day on social media. When I sat with him and I was talking to him, I realized that 4 to 5 hours is like half of his time that he was awake. Okay, and I found out that that's the only window that he had been, one way or another way, been programmed to go into this entertainment that's not, he thought is going to give him relief and start giving him temporary pleasures and so on. Yes, but in reality, it's actually killing him. Why? Because he's losing the opportunity and he's losing his own self vibration. Okay, so why do people need this kind of energetic corrections, regular energetic corrections? Because people are living with fear, doubts, and so on, negativity, past experience, certain negative experience or learnings that they have gone through, or people having disorders and diseases, they have imbalances then in them that end up as certain disorders that they fail to correct it and eventually become a disease. It could be bad habits, it could be lifestyle exposures, and so on. All right, and or it could be for people having poor energy or poor vibration. They have a lot of fear, a lot of doubts, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of confusion. They're not sure. They're trying here. They take 2 steps and they move back 3 steps. They take 5 steps, they move back 2 steps. They try this, they try that. They are trying every opportunity they come across. They try to fix their family. They try to fix their finance. They try to fix their health. They try to fix everything that's around them. The problem is, all these factors are external. You want to fix these external factors. That includes your disorders and diseases. You got to fix your energetic system, which is internal. Okay? So this is why this particular program is absolutely necessary for every one of us to regularly indulge in. I ask you one question. Why do you wake up every morning? Let me ask you this question again. Why do you wake up every morning? One common answer is, I had enough of sleep, so I wake up. Another common answer is, oh, I had to wake up to go to work so that I can earn money, I can feed myself and my families and whatnot and so on. Is that the real reason? Waking up is actually a gift of life that you have, an opportunity to create what you truly deserve for you and for your family. So it's actually an opportunity. The day ahead is actually an opportunity for you. The weeks ahead is actually an opportunity for you. The months ahead is actually an opportunity for you to create that ideal life that you truly deserve. But that can only happen if you were to be, aligned with that, okay, and truly connected with that. But what's happening in today's reality is the distractions that we have, the underlying programs that we have, the weakness that we have. All those factors and so on, that simply, we start losing our senses. Okay, so this program, it's all about how to overcome that. Now, this particular program, in order to understand this program, you got to understand this quote by Albert Einstein. He says, everything is energy, and that is all there is to it. All right, so you match the frequency of the reality that you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, but basic physics. The key here is match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. So the ideal life is there. But you got to match that frequency to be in that life. For example, if you want to be a successful being, but currently you are living in fear and laziness and so on, you cannot live or have that successful life because you're not aligned. Your frequency is not aligned. You're not going to say that, hey, I will become, I will behave successfully and I will not be lazy and I will be whatever it is when I have that. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to match that frequency. You got to be in that deserving state in order for that reality to manifest. And it's as easy as it is, because life is only a perception. The reality changes. My dear friend, the reality simply changes when you change your perception. Whether you're looking at things positively, you're looking at things negatively, or you're looking at things optimistically, or you're looking at things as realistically. I believe you know all these words, right? Okay, it's all perception, and that perception is where you're going to change that reality. Okay, so why I say that? Because everything in the universe, including you, is actually energy. Everything in the universe, including you, is energy. There's no such thing as matter. It's actually energy that's condensed and that has a physical form. That's matter, but still it's energy. Everything, whether it's bird, plants, human beings, okay, even water, even the air, the particles, the air that you breathe in, they're actually energy. Because the whole entire universe is energy, and every life that thrives on that is a creation of this universe. Okay, so your personal vibration shapes your experience and outcome, and that is what we're going to work on in this particular webinar. Okay, in this particular webinar, let me repeat again, your personal vibration shapes your experience and outcome. Okay, so that is what we're going to work on it in this particular webinar, because at any point of time, you are either creating your life or you are reacting to life. Let me repeat the word again. At any point of time, you are either creating your life or reacting to life. If you are strong enough, regardless of whatever challenges and situations you are in, you will stay in your track to creation. All right. If you are weak, then what happens instead of creations, you will go into reactive mode, reaction mode. Okay. And you know, I need to go further, dig deeper to give you this analogy, this understanding, especially for those new ones that's listening in first time, probably coming into our kind of program and so on. Okay, you are not a physical body. Please stop that. That is the biggest, gravest mistake most people does. Okay, you are not your physical body. You are a vibrating field of energy, intelligence, and possibilities. You are actually a vibrating field of energy, intelligence, and possibilities. Okay, take your physical body itself, break down the body. What do you have? Limbs, hands, legs, heads, and so on. Break down the limbs, you have organs, heart, liver, kidney, blah, 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 blah. Break it down, what do you have? It's made up of tissues, right? Break the tissues, it's made up of cells, the human cells, the blood cells, the skin cells, and all those stuffs, right? Break the cells, what do you have? Molecules, which is technically your DNA, right? So you break the molecule, what do you have? The molecule is made up of atoms, right? So it's made up of atoms. So you break the atoms, what do you have? Electrons, protons, and neutrons. Okay, take water for example, H2O. What does that mean? Two hydrogen atom and one hydrogen atom and two oxygen atom. All right, you break it down, it's made up of atoms. Break the atoms down, you have electrons, protons, and neutrons. Take any tree, take the leaf, take any plants, take the leaf or the root or an animal, okay, or anything that's of nature. Break it down, you have molecules. Okay, and break the molecules, that's made up of atoms. Break the atoms, you're made up of electrons, protons, and neutrons. Okay, and we know that basic science, the electrons, protons, and neutrons spins around, the electron spins around the nucleus of the atom. Okay, nucleus of the atom, you know that. Okay, but what is this atom that we are made up of? You know, our cells are made up of, we are made up of 70 trillion to 100 trillion cells. But what are these atoms are? You know, how are they vibrating? Okay, where do they get the energy? Where do they get the intelligence? Okay, we know, we studied it, that cells is the smallest intelligence of all. Okay, it's much more highly intelligent than us collectively. Okay, as a conscious being, okay, because it has all the intelligence of the universe. Okay, it's created in that way. But let's take the atom and break down atom, electrons, protons, and neutrons. Electrons, protons, and neutrons only make about 1 or 2% of the atom. electrons, protons, and neutrons. Remember, I did mention earlier that it consists a little bit of a physics, right? Quantum physics. Okay, it's only 1 or 2% of the atom. 98% of the atom is actually empty space. It's not matter. And that's why I say you are not a physical body, because 98% it's energy. Because empty space is actually energy vibrating. Okay, we call it the core energy, the universal life force energy, the 0 point energy, the base of all life that thrives. Okay, that is that energy. And even the electrons, okay, the spins, and that there are particles that actually go out of existence and come into existence in that realm, in that space. So you got to look at yourselves. You got to have that imprint into you that you're an energy being. If you want to have the maximum benefit out of this, okay, you got to start, looking at it in a different perspective altogether, that you are a vibrating field of energy, intelligence with a huge possibilities. Now, I just mentioned to you that 98% of the atom is actually empty space. Now, what is empty space? Empty space is life force energy, or 0 point energy, is the universal force of the quantum space. Okay? Healing, transformation, and abundance begin to tune. Okay? Begin by tuning your energy field. So when you are able to collectively tune your energy in alignment with this universal force, okay, this universal life force energy, when you are able to tune yourself consciously or collectively, healing, transformation, and abundance begin when you tune to this particular field. And that's the law of vibration. Okay, that's the law of manifestation. So when your energy is aligned, life flows effortlessly. Life flows effortlessly. Let me repeat this word. Life flows effortlessly. You don't have to work hard, live hard in your life with all these health issues and these financial issues and this and that. You don't have to. When you are in that state of deserving, when you're able to play the game, when you're able to, resonate towards with life, you can actually dance and enjoy the fruits of that, let me put it to you simply or easily, okay? Amazing health and abundance flow, okay, effortlessly to you. Money flows effortlessly to you. Happiness flows effortless to you. All right, you'll just simply create a life full of that joy and happiness if you are able to, when you are able to move into that space, that alignment. Okay, that alignment. As I mentioned to you, the life force energy, or the 0 point energy, is the most key element that we need to be paying attention to. Let me give you a simple analogy. I've not even started the program. I'm just trying to enforce my point here. Okay? If I were to ask you, for your survival, what is the most important? Is it food, water, or breath, and so on? Most people say food, of course. Without food, you can last for about 40, maybe about 40 plus days. Without water, probably you can last, a couple of days, maybe 10 days, 15 days without water. Okay, how many days can you last without your breath, without your air? Couple of minutes. So obviously air is very important. Your breath is very important. But what else are you breathing? We all know about, we are breathing in the air, and then we are absorbing the oxygen from the air. Excuse me. There's much more than to that. Today, quantum science confirms that you're not just breathing in the air, you're breathing in the life force energy the 0 point energy you're breathing in, and that is the core intelligence that makes up of you. Okay, and when you are able to consciously align yourself for a complete, what we call flow or alignment, and so on, that's where the major shift and change happens. Now, why is it so important that we need to pay attention, into this particular program of reprogramming ourselves and so on? Why? Simple, because most of the time you are in your conscious mind. Even right now, whether you're looking at a video or you're talking to your friend or you're reading something or blah, 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 whatever you do when you wake up, technically speaking, you are working on your conscious mind, your short-term memory, your critical thinking, your willpower, your logical thinking, and so on. But your behavior, the emotions, the things that you like, the things that you don't like, the things that you value, the things that you don't value, the fear, the self-image of who you are, the kind of belief you have, the long-term memories, the protective reactions, the imaginations, and all those things comes from your subconscious mind, or shall I say the unconscious mind. That means unconsciously your behavior, your 90%, 95% of your program, 95% of whatever you do is from your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind. Now you ask yourself, do you learn everything in school that is good? Do you learn everything that is completely going to give you the great success, or that skill set that you require to achieve life to the fullest? No. Obviously, we come across a lot of negative thoughts and negative experience and bad whatever that we need to learn from it and so on. It's just part of life. But what happened? We have a lot of programs that's programmed within us that actually self-sabotaging us from achieving certain things and so on, from playing to our role to the utmost. Try to understand this. You see an iceberg flowing, that's only the tip. That's the conscious mind, which is only 5%. 95% of your life, okay, is based on your subconscious mind. Make that change, make that shift, realign that, simple, and you will have an amazing, amazing change. Now, I give you one simple experience. You don't have to go through years of studying to understand this, NLP programming. Well, no, you don't need to. Imagine your cell phone, okay? I think once a week or once a month, you will see a software update. Please click software update. Please click software update. And when you do that, what happens? Your whole entire phone goes into a reset mode, and then the latest, changes or the bugs has been fixed and whatnot and so on happens immediately within a couple of minutes. Now you ask yourself, the amount of negativity you go through, the amount of garbage you go through, the amount of unwanted stuff that is there in your heart, in your emotion, in your mind, and so on, how do you reset it? How do you cleanse it? How do you realign it? This entire program is all about that. Okay? And try it. Try it for your own sake, not for anybody else. Try it for your own sake, and you will be surprised with the change that's happening. With the changes happening. So this program, the Energy Blueprint, that's how to cleanse, heal, activate your abundant frequency. So here we are talking about abundant frequency. There's many factors to that. That means you can do self-healing, you can do empowerment, but this entire program that I'm going to talk to you is about how to activate your abundant frequency, how to go into that positive state of mind, okay, to manifest the abundance. Okay, so this particular program is divided into 4 steps. This is the 4 steps that you need to do. 1, you need to do self-awareness. 2, you need to do self-healing with the M1. The 3, you need to do mindless breathing. I already told you why earlier. You know, when you do the mindless breathing, that's the time that you are activating and aligning to the universal life force energy. And then you do the decoding of your program. Okay, let the innate intelligence help you with the decoding of your program. Luckily, let me repeat again, luckily, conscious mind, you got to tell yourself positive thinking and this and that and so on. But when you work on your subconscious mind, all you need to do is just allow it to happen, and automatically amazing recorrections happen. Okay, so I hope you're ready. You have your pen and paper or whatnot and so on. So you're going to do a little exercise, on what we call the self-awareness. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is how you see your values, passions, and aspirations. Is it how well those standards fit with your current environment and your reactions? Okay, you got to do a self-evaluation. You know, if you are traveling on a road and you know where you want to go, okay, even though you know where you want to go, you got to know where you are right now. Okay, so to move towards a certain direction, you got to know where you are. This self-awareness or the self-evaluation is a form of helping you to get into alignment, to understand where you are. Okay. So let's start with a few things, and you just have to answer this question to yourself, okay, so that you are able to, have a much more clarity, okay, much more clarity. Okay, so first question is on core values. Keep asking this question till you got your answers. It's very important for you, right? What do I value most in life? And am I truly living in a way that honors those values each day? Example. Let's ask this question again. You got to ask yourself, what do I value most in life? What do I value? I value family. I value friends. I value happiness. Okay? So, and am I truly living in a way that honors those values each day? Am I really, I value my family. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend time with my family, or I'm going to work and create a comfortable life for my family. You see the difference there? So the second part of the question is, am I truly living in a way that honors those values? Okay? Each day, ask yourself based on your past experience. Let's go to the second question. Okay? What does fulfillment means to me personally? Which areas of my life feel most fulfilling, and which feels the least fulfilling right now? You know what's fulfillment, right? I feel so fulfilled, man. My family, my finance, my friends, my life, it's amazing. Every day I'm enjoying it. That's called fulfillment. Okay? And which areas of my life feel most fulfilling, and which feel the least fulfilling right now? See, you gotta please take note. You wanna change your life, you gotta first change yourself. You gotta look at yourself, and all these things is about that. If you're not getting the answer, ask again the question. Maybe you have to ask it in your local language, so that your brain or you can feel better. What does fulfillment mean to me personally? Truly living a life with my family, giving them the best, that's fulfillment. Traveling around the world, fulfillment. Having a lot of fame, is that fulfillment? Whatever. And which areas of my life feel most fulfilling, right? And which areas of feel least fulfilling. But at least you know most fulfilling and least fulfilling. I hope you got that. Let's go to the third one. Okay? Are there past experiences or emotional wounds that I still carry with me? How might these unresolved feelings be affecting my happiness or my behavior in the present? Hey, every one of us have emotional wounds. You know what's emotional wounds? We got hurt in the past, physically hurt, emotionally hurt, financially hurt, or whatever it is. Are there past experience or emotional wounds deep down without you realizing it? It's there that you're still carrying with you. Now ask yourself this question: how might these unresolved feelings be affecting my happiness or behavior? Example: if a friend has hurt you, if a friend has hurt you in the past, anyone you identify as friend, and you're dealing with them, working with them, talking to them, you will have this wound deep down that dictates your behavior, even though they are not the one that has hurt you. I hope you get that analogy correctly. So look at your unhealed past, emotional wounds that you are carrying. Okay, emotional wounds that you are carrying. Let's move to the next question. How comfortable am I with expressing my true feelings and needs? Do I tend to bottle up emotions? And what would it take to give myself permission to feel and heal them? Do you understand this question? How comfortable am I with expressing my true feelings and needs? You need to be true to yourself. Don't bullshit yourself. You need to be true to yourself. You need to be true to the people that you're dealing with, without of course hurting them. Okay? You need to know how to balance it. First of all, stop baking yourself inside. You don't need to stop giving yourself up to, sorry to use the word, bullshit. Okay? So you need to be true to yourself. Express my true feelings and needs. Do I tend to bottle up emotions? And what would it take to give myself permission to feel and heal? You got to let go. You got to let go the anger, the frustrations, or whatnot that is holding you back. Fear, anxiety, whatever it is. Now let's look at the last question. Of course, for some of you, first time when you ask, your brain goes blank. Don't worry, keep asking, keep asking, keep asking. You will break. You will have an answer. There's no such thing. There's no answer. You will have an answer. You just have to be true to yourself to ask that question. Okay, how comfortable am I with expressing my true feeling? Am I, really showing my feeling to myself, to my needs? Okay. So let's go to the last question. When stress builds up, you know what is stress, right? So when stress builds up, how do I typically respond? Do I allow myself time to pause, breathe deeply, and reset? Or do I just keep pushing forward and autopilot and let's go, stress is there, yeah, never mind, let's go. What do you do? I don't know. So ask yourself this question. When stress builds up, you know what's stress, right? Resistance. It could be, you might be in a comfort zone and you are not able to overcome some challenges, okay? And that builds up stress. Anything that you willingly, lovingly want to do, you will have stress. Anything that you kind of, have to overcome, that will build up stress. Just an example. So I hope you have your self-evaluation done. Okay, with these 5 questions, you can actually ask 10 questions. You can even customize to the question. Like, for example, why am I having these healthy issues? Is it that I didn't focus on my health issues or whatnot and so on? Why am I having relationship issues? Why am I having this and why am I having that and so on? So you can keep on asking lots of questions to help you evaluate yourself. That's the first part you got to do. Okay. And, be very conscious. It kind of changes from week to week or even month to month. So it's most of the time it's not going to be the same answer. Okay? And dig down when you keep on working on yourself, you will see a lot of, garbage, a lot of things that is there embedded in your memory and embedded in your emotions that you wish it's not there. Okay? You wish it's not that. Okay. All right. Let's go to the step 2. Okay. The next point you need to do is you got to do self-healing, and you do the self-healing with the AFT M1. For most of you who are there and for the benefit of those new one listening in, AFT M1 is a multi-purpose quantum energy healing tool. It helps to improve your health, well-being, help you in the self-healing and empowerment process. So the AFT M1 is a 0-point healing balancing tool, okay, energized with AFT MIS fusion technology, designed to relieve pain, clear energetic blockages, and restore balance. It's filled with natural minerals and crystals. You know what is natural minerals and crystals? They have a natural universal life energy, okay, energy, very strong energy, and it helps to boost vitality, reduce stress, and align the body, mind, and spirit. So technically, it's look like a pen, but it's filled up with crystals. Okay, and they are a special blend of crystals. You can use it 3-way. You can use it as a wanding or acupressure or EFT tapping. Okay, I'm not going to go into the details of this product. Just a rough idea. Okay, so what happened is when the product come in contact with your biofield, your personal field, okay, what happened is the energy resonance of the product start to go in tandem or coherence with your own vibration, and your own vibration will start to align with the universal life force energy resonance of that product. Let me give you in a simpler form. Okay, suppose you're walking into let's say you're in a room, and a friend walk in with a fresh rose into your room. And after a couple of minutes, the whole entire room is having this rose fragrance because of the frequency that rose is emitting, and that fills up the air in that particular room, right? So what happens is when you start to smell it, that frequency of that rose goes into your system and activate your or what we call your energetic system in activating a certain kind of mood or relaxation or whatnot and so on. So similarly, okay, when the product come in contact with your biofield, okay, your biofield, okay, your biofield will start to, or your personal vibration will start to vibrate in alignment with the universal life force energy of that product that transforms you, okay, aligns you, activates you, and so on to a higher level. Okay, and this is how you do your self-healing with the AFT M1. This is a simple video. We have it there in the website. It's a 10-step process. Just listen in, seeing, and this is how you do your self-healing.
Welcome to the 10-Step Self-Healing Therapy with the AFT Wand. The 10-Step Self-Healing Therapy helps to activate, align, and rejuvenate the 7 major chakras, or energy centers, that are directly correlated with the major endocrine glands. Each energy center is believed to influence specific physical, emotional, and spiritual functions, and the endocrine glands regulate various physiological processes. Wanding is the art of using the AFT wand to direct energy. By pointing the tip of the wand at specific areas and rotating it in a rhythmic, clockwise motion, you create an implosion of energy flow. Gently wand 9, 18, 27, or 36 counts per point, and ensure the same counts from step 2 to 9. Increase your counts as you master this therapy. Before we start, ensure you are in a calm environment. Sit or stand comfortably with your feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes. Remove any electronic devices and focus your attention on your breathing and counting. Step 1 is provocation, activating and aligning your chakras. Place the wand tip on the top of your head and gently tap for 3 seconds, then release for 3 seconds. Repeat for about 1 minute. Step 2. Gently wand the crown chakra for 9, 18, 27, or 36 counts. This chakra governs spiritual connection and is associated with the pineal gland, the master regulator of growth and metabolism. Step 3. Wand on the third eye chakra, linked to intuition and insight. The pituitary gland, which regulates your sleep-wake cycle, is energized through this step. Step 4. Wand your throat. The throat chakra governs communication and self-expression. Wanding this area stimulates the thyroid and parathyroid glands, crucial for metabolism and energy regulation. Step 5. Wand the center of your chest. The heart chakra, associated with love and compassion, corresponds to the thymus gland, a key player in your immune system.
Step 6. Point and wand at your pancreas area. The solar plexus chakra governs personal power and self-esteem. Wanding here energizes the pancreas, which regulates blood sugar levels. Step 7. Point and wand at your navel. The sacral chakra is linked to creativity and emotional balance. This step stimulates the gonads, which regulate reproductive health and sexual energy. Step 8. Point and wand at your sexual organ area. The root chakra is your foundation, linked to grounding and stability. It corresponds to the adrenal glands, essential for stress response and energy. Step 9. Point the aim wand at the top of your vertebrae, just below your neck. This helps balance and connect the energy flow of your mind and heart. Finally, step 10, align and rejuvenate all chakras by wanding from the root chakra to the crown chakra in one continuous motion.
Congratulations on completing the 10-step self-healing therapy with the AFT wand. Incorporate this practice daily to restore balance and vitality in your life. Welcome to the
Okay, so that is how you do your 10 step. It hardly takes you about 3, maximum 5 minutes, depending on how you want to do it. So the first part you did is what we call a self-awareness. Okay, you ask yourself certain questions to identify those blockages that you have. Okay, your stress and your blockages and so on. Then you do the self-healing. Okay, the 10-step healing with the AFT M1. If you've done that correctly, a lot of psychological and physiological changes, including emotional changes, are actually happening within your system itself. Okay, that you will eventually come to realize that. Okay, the next part you need to do is to decode or reprogram your energetic system. This is where you got to allow your subconscious mind to activate the innate intelligence and allow that to happen. Now, the key here in order to do this decoding or reprogramming is to understand this particular code. Energy flows where attention goes. Listen carefully. Energy flows where attention goes. So the whole idea in this third step is focus your energy okay? Paying attention to where it goes, okay? So the third step is what I coined it as mindless breathing with AFT M1. Okay, so when you do mindless breathing, where you are consciously paying your attention to your breathing, okay, with the focus, okay, what happens is it stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system and influence the autonomic nervous system, the nervous system that actually dictates your behavior, your emotional behavior, the likes and dislikes, the fears and doubts and whatnot and so on. So it stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system and influence your autonomic nervous system. Okay, a reduction in stress hormone. When you work on this, especially in the mindless breathing, automatically it is going to reduce your stress hormones, lower your heart rate, your blood pressure, and improve your immune system, can enhance brain activity, regulate your brain activity. We call it the cognitive functions, okay, to regulate emotions, okay, to realign between fear and things that you like and things that you don't like, all right, something like that, and to improve your overall well-being. Okay, so this is very, very powerful techniques, and especially today, latest science, quantum science, and holistic science are confirming it. Okay, confirming it. In fact, that's why, especially after the COVID and so on, you see a lot of people are talking about mental stress, overcoming mental stress, emotional stress, this, that, and so on, because life is actually a gift for us to enjoy, and a lot of people are actually suffering. Okay, you don't need to. You don't need to, unless, let's say you work with that. Okay, so how are you going to do that? Okay, how are you going to do that? Simple. What we're going to do is you're going to breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause, breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause. So when you breathe in through your nose, you pause for a couple of seconds. You just consciously doing it, because breathing is something that we are doing it unconsciously. So that's why we are a little ignorant about that. That's where the alignment goes wrong. Okay, so we're going to consciously do that. This is what we call bending the reality. You want to make that change? Try this. I did it and I love it. Okay, so you're going to breathe in, pause for a couple of seconds, breathe out, pause. So there's no certain like 4-7 formula or whatever, no such things, because each people are different. The more you take to breathe in, the longer you take to breathe in, the longer you take to breathe out, the better. So the slower you're able to make that cycle, the better you are. But this will take time. Okay, it will take time. But the idea here is breathe in through your nose, pause, breathe out, pause, breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause, breathe in, pause, breathe out. Pause. You must consciously do that. Okay. Remember that energy is actually information in action. That is called vibration. When you are able to take charge of your vibration, this is where you are able to embed your true need and desires in alignment. Okay. So remember that when you breathe in consciously and you breathe out, you're breathing in the life force energy, not just the oxygen. Okay? And you're letting go. Okay? When you're letting go, you can think of letting go of those things that's holding you back or whatnot and so on. This is how you're going to do. Okay? This is how you're going to do. So to do that, you got to go into that mood. You got to go into that, what we call a meditative mood, a prayer mood or whatnot and so on. Okay. So to do that, what you're going to do is, relax yourself, let loose, meaning to say, either sitting down or standing, throw your arms down, your shoulders, relax it, okay? And first you're going to breathe down. You got to breathe down 6 to 1. When you breathe down 6 to 1 or 10 to 1, okay, you breathe in through your nose and you let go through your mouth. Now, the actual breathing exercise that you're going to do, this one, you're going to do it through your nose. Okay, so this breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause is through your nose. To do that, you got to go into that zone. Okay, we call it the theta state, because when you go into the theta state, this is where the meditative states comes in, the innate intelligence get activated, your nervous system, the energy flow, the cognitive functions, the heart and the brain connection happens in alignment. Okay, so you're going to do that, and to do that, you're going to breathe down from 6 to 1. I'm going to guide you with that. Breathe down from 6 to 1. When you breathe out, you let go through your mouth in this case. Okay? Ready? I hope you're ready. Okay, you must take your time. Okay, take your time to breathe out. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. 6. Breathe in. Breathe out. 5. Control your breathing. Don't let go one shot. Don't let it go. Control the breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2. You notice that you're breathing in deeper and letting go more, longer. Okay, breathe in. Breathe out. 1. Okay, now you're in a very, very relaxed state. Your eyes are still open. Okay, you are in a very, very relaxed state. What you can do right now is take the wand if you have. Okay, take the wand if you have, and you point it to your heart and you just wand it. As you wand it, now you're going to do your mindless breathing, meaning to say, breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause, breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause, breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause. You can warn yourself at your heart chakra when you're doing it, or just have the tip pointing to the heart chakra. Up to you. You have your eyes open, you looked at the screen. Now you're going to do the mindless breathing. You're going to do your mindless breathing. Okay? You're going to do your mindless breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Pause. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Pause. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Pause. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. tell yourself as you breathe out the balance, breathe in the harmony, breathe out the imbalance, and breathe in the harmony. Tell yourself or picture yourself, breathe out the imbalance, and breathe in the harmony. Let go of all blockages and let in the cosmic flow. Let go of all blockages and let in the cosmic flow. Let go of all blockages and let in. Keep your eyes closed, focus on the breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, pause. As you breathe in and pause, breathe out, pause. You tell yourself, let go of all blockages, let in cosmic flow. Let go of all illness and let in balance. Let go of all illness and let in the balance. As you breathe out, let go of illness. You breathe in, let in the balance. You breathe out, let go of all frustrations. As you breathe in the happiness. As you breathe out, let go of all frustrations. As you breathe in, let it, let go. Let go of all anger, pause. Let go of all anger, pause. Let in, peace. Let go of all anger, pause. Let in, peace, pause. Let go of all anger that's holding you, pause. Let in, peace, pause. Let go of all fear. Let in all certainty. Let go of all fear. Let in certainty. Let go of fear. Let in certainty. Let go of all bad memories. Let in the wonderful. Let go of all bad memories. Let in the wonderful. Let go of all negativity. Let in positivity. Let go of all negativity. Let in positivity. Let go of all negativity. Let in all positivity. Let go of all disempowering values that doesn't support you. Let go. Let go. Let in all the empowering values. Let in all the empowering values. Let in all the Let go of all the disempowering values. Let in all the empowering values. Breathe in, pause, breathe out. Breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause. Breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause. Breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause. What's most important in your life is you, your loved ones. Deep down you know you deserve the best. Allow your subconscious mind ideal life that you want. Visualize the ideal life that you want. Visualize achieving and living life, beautiful life that you always dreamed of. Imagine achieving it and living it. Imagine achieving it and living it. Visualize the ideal life vividly. Feel it as you want yourself. Breathe in, pause, breathe out. Pause, breathe in, pause, breathe out. Pause. Person that you want to be. Kind of life that you want to live. Family, friends, your community, your health, your wealth, your dreams, your desires. Imagine every one of them becoming true. Imagine colorfully, vividly, feel it in your mind as you breathe in, breathe out, as you want yourself. Tell yourself that you love yourself, you respect yourself, you admire yourself, and you feel yourself. Remember, healing, transformation, and abundance begin when you tune your vibration to the universal life force vibration, where you truly know what you want in life. Embrace for a moment, feel it, feel it, feel it. Now, you're going to breathe out and come back. Okay, you're going to breathe out. Take a deep breath. Let go. 6. Breathe up. Let go. 5. Breathe up. Let go. 4. Breathe up. Let go. 3. Breathe up. Put up a smile as you're going to open your eyes soon. 2. Breathe up. Let go. 1. And open your eyes. With a smile. With a smile. I hope you kind of got the whole entire gist, how you can reprogram yourself. Now remember, if our handphone and laptops need upgrading and updating and reprogramming, we have to regularly reprogram ourselves and align us with what we want, not what we don't want, okay? With what we want regularly so that we are able to manifest and play with it, achieve those things, all right? So the benefits of doing this particular reprogramming program, we call it self-healing and empowerment or reprogramming, is to improve your skills, whether it's your business skills or communication skills or your relation skills, doesn't matter, okay? Helps you to recognize what you do well and what you want to improve, okay? It raises your happiness, aligning your ideas with your actions, strengthen your relationship, learning how to manage your emotions, increases your work motivation. Now you will be much more motivated and passionate in what you want to do and what fuels you. Very importantly, what you do, if you do this regularly, at least in the beginning, do it every day. In the next 7 days, you will see a huge change in you. You won't believe people will just knock on your doors and, give you the things that you want. Okay? Positive outcomes that comes out of that is first, growth mindset. You will no more be blocked. Okay? You'll be able to set goals for yourself. okay, you will be in a state of optimism, okay, a state of full control, okay, to recognize big emotions and learn how to deal with them. Yes, you will come across challenges, okay, but you will be optimistic in where you're going. And lastly, your self-confidence, your own confidence in yourself, your love, your respect for yourself, to establish a good relationship with the people around you will expand, will improve amazingly. Okay. One advice is don't ignore your feelings, rather explore them. If you're feeling sad, if you're feeling trouble, if you're stuck, if you are in doubt, if you are suffering from certain health issues, mental issues, stress, and so on, don't ignore it. Okay, work on it yourself first. Work on it. Don't just go for some medicines. I'm talking about work on your own energy. You have the greatest potentials that's there. Okay, gain awareness of your emotions. Pay attention to your gut, as much as you to your brain. Okay, so keep track of your feelings. Notice the patterns and the trends. Are you happy with people? Are you afraid of people? Are you fearful of people? Are you willing to take risks? Are you working towards that, or are you moving away? Are you focusing on things what you want, or are you focusing things that you don't want? Are you working towards what you want, or are you working away from what you don't want? All those is your patterns. You need to analyze yourself on a regular basis to know that. My best advice to you is do it for 7 days, and you will surprise yourself. You will surprise yourself. Do it for 21 days, and that's it. You would have conditioned yourself to be a superhuman. Okay, to be a superhuman. You can attract anything and so on. Okay, but of course, be aware. Be aware. I give you one example. I did this particular program, similar to this particular program, okay, many years ago in one of the workshops back in I think it's 2017 or 2018. Okay, and I had someone who I was in contact with them, came back to me and say, hey, after going through this particular program, I am overwhelmed with a lot of challenges. So I ask, so tell me again, what's the problem? Oh, life was very comfortable for me. I was making money and I was living a beautiful dream, this, that, and so on. I went through a program, and after the program, I started doing this particular conditioning. I started laying certain goals, bigger goals and whatnot and so on. And I came across a lot of challenges. I say, yeah, that's what will happen. When you set certain goals, when you set certain things that's away from your comfort zone, the universe will start to show you that opportunity. So those challenges are technically an opportunity for you to gain or to reach to that level. So remember, when you set certain goals, you will be given certain opportunities. They are opportunities. It's whether you look at it as opportunities or you look at it as challenges. That's depending on what is the reward beyond that. Okay, so take note of that. And it's time to ask questions or for you to share, or if you want to connect, press the hand icon and I can unmute you. Okay. Any questions? Anyone? Oh. I'm not sure why. Usually when I do a guided program and I have a very quiet audience, okay, I'm not sure, but I see no questions. I see no one raising their hand. I can unmute you if you want to talk. Okay, I see no one doing that. Okay, I have Dr. Adnan. I didn't know that. Okay, I'm going to allow him to speak.
Hi, hello. Good
Hi, Doc.
afternoon. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. It was an awesome session, I really enjoyed it personally, I just wanted to talk about a little bit about the blueprint, the pristine blueprint. Nowadays they call it as pristine blueprint. So it is not, it's not biological. In fact, it is a kind of energetic architecture which is woven through the very fabric of our being. So if you see in the world of quantum health, so we understand that every thought, every cell, every vibration within us is constantly resonating. It's a kind of patterns of information, in the quantum field. So this particular pristine blueprint, it is existing, in fact, beyond the limitation of time. It's pure resonance, nothing else. It's like, the divine frequency of coherence or balance, or you can call even innate wisdom. So only when we fall out of that alignment, it can be due to the stress, or as you mentioned, the emotional wounds, or even environmental factors also. If that particular blueprint is damaged, then we are losing the resonance with it. So healing basically is not about fixing what is broken, but about retuning, retuning ourselves to the perfect harmonic signature of our original design. So this is what I wanted to share. So we have a lot of tools, wonderful tools, which we have been, working with all around the globe, especially the Ambond Healing Kit and many tools we have, which works with the zero-point resonance and AFT Quantum Resonance technology. Even those people, who are who don't know anything, or who are just, lazy or something, they can even simply wear our pendant, which you can see in the slide. It's a wonderful instrument which can always remind our innate intelligence through the pristine blueprint to come back to that coherence and to do the magic of healing, empowerment, and many things. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't know that you are listening in. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. So that is Dr. Adnan. I see no other questions. Okay, so I'm going to end it. I know we're going to go into overtime now. By the way, there's a 50 affirmations that you want to continue. If you want to extend this further, you can use any of these affirmations, empowerment affirmation, healing affirmation, or success affirmation, depending on your need. It changes. It's available in the blog at mlinc.com. Okay, so you can see that. And of course, one strong recommendation. Oh, by the way, I like what Dr. Adnan said. He says, don't try to fix it. You need to tune it. Okay, you need to retune it. So basically, the healing is all about retuning, reprogramming, retuning, and so on. Okay, so when you do such a program, you have to, my strong recommendation is wear a pendant, because the pendant syncs with your personal vibrations and blocks you from all other external frequencies and effects and so on. Okay, especially I am so pleased to announce the new Cosmos pendant. You can see this is a new Cosmos pendant. They are slimmer. Okay, it's a combination of old M pendant and oneness pendant combined together. They're slimmer, and they have a quantum chip that is embedded in the system itself. Okay, a very, very strong quantum chip has been embedded in that syncs with your personal vibration and protects you from 4G, 5G, and other negative frequencies and so on. Okay, strengthens your personal vibration in total. Okay, so that brings me to the end of the program. I thank you so much for taking your precious time to be here. Love to have your feedback.